هناك مسائل عديدة جدا.
الذي يجوز إعطاء الزكاة لصنف الوقت،
لأن رسالة محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام خاتم.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أما بعد، يسرني أن أقدم الحلقة 15 من مقرر اللغة الإنجليزية لطلاب وطالبات قسم الدعوة، وكذلك المستوى الثاني، وكذلك طلاب وطالبات قسم الشريعة المستوى الرابع. We have finished the previous parts were talked about different things, but now in this session we start a new chapter or new unit with new concepts, so we need to focus together, and I hope that you have your books with you. Now we are on page 121, and the title of this unit is Full House. We get information about anything from not only from reading the text, sometimes from the title, sometimes from the pictures, sometimes from graphs, sometimes from columns, like what we faced or we saw in the previous units. Now, by looking at the picture on this chapter or on the page 121, we see family. So we see the husband and the wife and 3 children. So that's what looks like, or that's what we understand from the picture. So from this picture, we know that we are going to deal with something has to do with the family issues. So as it says, so we see that 3 children, we see the man, we see a woman, and now we don't know whether, I will leave this to you. Are they happy? From the faces of the kids and the family, it seems to me that they are a happy family. Now let's look at the following page. Sometimes, as we said, we know the information from the timetable on page 123. Look at this one. Let's read this. In fact, we need to read this, and we get a lot of information from this. Look at the first thing that we have pictures of kids. The first picture is just one single birth or single births. So the kids, just one person, one kid is born at a time. And the other one, we have twins means توأم. So how many? Okay, so look with me at the page. We have 1 child, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. And then at the top we have years. We have 1994, 1995, 1996, 1997 and 1998. And down we have total multiple births, which means يعني المجموع المولودين بأكثر من يعني مولود واحد at a time في كل مرة، يعني twins توأم أو أكثر. And we have down total births مجموع المواليد. Okay, as you see that single birth, let's go over this chart. Single birth in 1994, how many children were born? 3,841,109. So this is then the total number of the kids that were born on that year where there are only single births. The twins were 97,000 and the rest. So we see that the twins are less than the single birth. And the triplets, it means 3 kids at a time. We have 4,233 kids were born. And we have quadruplets. Quadro, it means 4. Quadruplets, yani 4 kids were born at a time. And down, quintuplets, which is 5, and sextuplets, which is 5 kids were born at a time. So from this table, we see that we have only, for example, these, the 5 and the 6, we have only 46 kids in 1994, while we have 57 kids were born in 1995, and 81 kids were born in 1996. I mean, kids is the same as children. And we see that the kids or the children born in 6 or 7 at 5 or 6 at a time, they are increasing. As you see that in 1994 we have 46, and the next year we have 57, and the following we have 81, and then in fact they are decreasing at the end. 1997 we have the same 79, so they are going down. Okay, so by looking at the picture on the first page, on this, which is 121, here we have questions, and in fact you can apply this question يعني to your own. ممكن أن تطبق هذه الأسئلة يعني you write something like them. For example, how many people are there in your family? What are their names? If you are asked this question, you need to write something like what is in here according to the picture, because the answer in here is related to the picture on page 121. And then we have the other question, are there many multiple births in your family? I don't know, it's up to you. If you have kids that were born more than one person at a time, then it's multiple births. So if you have, you can write. If you don't have, then just say no. What does your family, where does your family live? This is the location of your family. You can specify the place in your family as it's specified in here. For this family in the picture, they say we live in Salem, Massachusetts. So they live in the United States, in this town, and in Massachusetts, this is the state. Now, since we looked at the chart, we need to answer these questions. So look at these, and we want to do this together. How many total births were there in 1994? Look at the chart on page 123 and give me the answer. The answer for this is it says the total births. So all of them, what you need to do to add the single births, the twins, the triplets, and the others till the end, and at the end there is a space that you need to write the total amount, which is something around 3,900,000, and you need to do the rest. Now, how many multiple births were there in 1995? The multiple births is easy. We have the total births, which is 3 million, as you see at the end of the column where we have 1995, we have 3,899,400 589. So deduct the single births, which is 3 million at the top. If you see 3,797,880 from this total, and you will have the total of the multiple births, or you can add the twins and the triplets and the quadruplets and the rest and put them together. You will find the same thing. How many quadruplets were born in 1997? How many quadruplets were born in 1997? Let's look at this 1997. We have we need to calculate this. How? By we have the total births down there, and you can deduct this one, all the numbers from the total birth, and you will get this one, or you can use your own way, which is in here. In fact, I calculated this, which is 510 quadruplets in 1997, if you want to write it down. And question number 4, how many times were born in 1998? How many twins were born in 1998? Twins in 1998, we go into the twins. So we can do this as we did in 1997. But in 1997, we calculated or counted the quadruplets. Here we are counting the twins. The last question, is the number of multiple births in the United States going up or down? Is it increasing or decreasing? يعني هل هو في زيادة أو في نقصان? Here we look at, if we look down at the total multiple births and look at the 1994, which is 101,600, 58, this is in 1994. 1995 we have 101,700, which is a little bit more. In 1996 we have 106,000, which is more than the one before, and we have 1997 110,000, and in 1998 we have 118,000. So the answer for this question is the multiple birth is going up or increasing. Here we move to the following page where, as I mentioned before, so we are dealing with the vocabulary that's related to the family issues. So here we have vocabulary for comprehension. What we need to do in here, we need to know the meaning of these words from choosing whether the underlined word in the sentence is related to the choice A or B of this. This is something like it's a multiple choice. Let's read together. Read the sentences. We are on page 124. Let's read together. Read the sentences, then circle the definition of the underlined word. So underlined word يعني الكلمة التي تحتها خط. When we donate money, and we donate, the word is donate. Donate يعني يعطي. So we donate money and add old clothes to Red Cross, يعني الصليب الأحمر. In Saudi Arabia we have the Red Crescent اللي هو الهلال الأحمر, which gives it to people who need help. So donate, which one that the best choice? We receive something or we give something? The right answer is B. Donate, we give something to someone who needs it, help. Number 2, my son sometimes feels angry or jealous. Jealous يعني غيور. When I spend a lot of time with my daughter. So this is the case of the kids. So jealous means unhappy because someone is getting something you want, or thankful. So which choice that we choose? The right choice is A. Jealous means unhappy because someone is getting something you want, which is the love of the parents or the mother. Number 3, when I go to my grandmother's house, she always gives me a big hug because she is happy to see me. Hug, the parents or the grandparents hug us when they see us after a long time that they didn't see. So which one we choose? Putting a hug means putting your arms around someone to show love or friendship, or putting your hands together to show you like something. In fact, the right choice is A. Number 4, I passed my science test. I passed my science test without studying. You see exclamation mark. What does that mean? Exclamation mark يعني علامة تعجب. Why? Because this person passed the exam. Passed يعني نجح بالاختبار without studying. It could happen once, but as it said, it is a miracle. Miracle, what does that mean? Miracle, something that يعني rarely happens, يعني شيء يحدث نادرا جدا. So what choice that we have? We have A, something you want to do in the future, or this is your goal. Definitely this is not. Then something good that you think is not possible, يعني something it's not expected but it happened, like the person who passed the exam without studying. So the right choice is B. Number 5, my daughter is not really a bad child. My daughter is not really a bad child. Here, put in mind that they talk about very small children. يعني she is just very mischievous. Mischievous sometimes. So the word mischievous يعني annoying, يعني مزعجة، يعني I don't know. Okay, so mischievous means getting into trouble in small ways, or very intelligent, well educated. Definitely not B. Definitely not B. Then it is A. The ones who make small troubles in the house. So these are the mischievous. Mostly the kids who like to try this and try that and break this and do a lot of things, and they hit each other, especially if they are brothers and sisters, and it seems to me that they like it. Mr. and Mrs. Garbo don't want to raise their children in the city. Raise means يربي أو ينشئ أو يعني يعتني. Mr. and Mrs. Garbo don't want to raise their children in the city. They think there are too many problems for kids in urban areas. Urban areas يعني المناطق المدنية أو المدينة. So it means to raise, we have A, send their children to school or take care of the children until they finish school. The right choice is B. And we have number 7, Cherry and Pat have 5 children. They bought a van for their family because a regular car is too small. Then a regular car is small. The van means big. So it is, van is a big car. So what, mostly we know that the word van. So we have A large house with many rooms. Definitely this is not. Like a hotel, this is not. A large car with many seats, like a small bus. Then the right choice is B. As I mentioned at the beginning of this session, we talked about that we get information not only from the texts that we read, from the statistics, from the graphs, يعني الجداول البيانية والإحصائية, sometimes from the titles and sometimes from the pictures. Here we have, imagine that you look at the newspaper and you don't read every single line in the newspaper, and then you read the you read everything till you go to the other, or you read just the headlines, and when you think there is something interesting or something that you like, you read. So here, let's imagine that we have this kind of headlines in the newspapers. We have miracle in Iowa. This is in the one of the Time magazine, miracles in Iowa. And we have, imagine that you see this without looking at the rest of this article, just the title. It's a boy, girl, 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 boy, boy, boy. This is another title in another place. And the other title, it says it is a miracle. What do you understand from these? There is something not normal. This is the first thing. That's what I think. It's a miracle. Then this title attracts the attention of the readers to read, because we want to see what is the miracle. And when we have it's a boy, girl, 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 boy, 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 then we need to know what is the strange title. Why don't they say this and that, and then, but this is something makes us read. And the other thing, it's really when it says it is a miracle, and as you see that in a miracle and boy, 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 and we have the exclamation mark, علامة تعجب, it shows us there is something that we need to know, and that's why we can go and read the newspaper or the magazine. Read the sentences, check the right, check your answer. So we have these things. We don't have any information. All what we have, these titles. The story is about the baseball team. Here, I don't think that we have right answer or wrong answer. It's up to you, because this is the title. It's something vague, يعني غامض. It's not clear. We don't have something. So the story is about the baseball team. We have to choose whether I think so, يعني I think so, أنا أعتقد ذلك. I don't think so, I don't think so, يعني لا أعتقد ذلك. Or I'm not sure, غير متأكد. So you check this one. The baseball, I don't know. These are just, I want to leave these to you. The story is good news. It seems to me, if my choice, then I think so, because it's something that people are happy or excited يعني about this. The story is about the big family. It could be, especially when it says it is a boy, girl, 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 boy, 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 then it looks like, yes, it is related to the family. And number 4, the story is about a miracle. Yes, a miracle. We don't know what kind of miracle. This story happened in New York City. What do you think? Is this true? I don't think so, because it says a miracle in Iowa. Iowa is not New York. By the end of this, we conclude this session, and I hope that we see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
هناك مسائل عديدة جدا.
أنه يجوز إعطاء الزكاة لصنف الواحد.
لأن رسالة محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام خاتمة